Hey everybody! Welcome to my live video here today. I am so excited because I am going to be inviting on a very special guest. Her name is Melissa Herman Duty, and we're going to be talking about this concept of should I stay or should I go? Because I think a lot of people they struggle with this decision, whether it's with their businesses, with their relationships, with their friendships, and even just making a move overall in their life. You know, if they're going to switch countries, switch states, whatever it is. So today I'm going to be talking to Melissa because she made a major change in her life and she had to take that jump and that risk. And she didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but she went with her gut, and we're going to talk about it so that you can maybe make a decision if you are on the fence. So with that, I'm going to invite Melissa on now. You're
Hi.
there.
I'm prepared this time.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. I have been waiting forever to interview you,
Oh.
and I'm just so glad that you took the time to do this today.
Oh, of course. I'm happy to be here and excited. So, yes.
Yes,
This is going to be
yes,
great.
yes. I'm so excited. And this is a topic that comes up a lot in our industry. We do network marketing, and you and I were both with companies that were successful companies,
Yeah,
and we both were leaders in those companies.
right.
So when things tend to go a little bit south in your business and you've been in the company for a while, or you just have an emotional attachment to it, it's very difficult um, to make that transition. And I just wanted to get a little bit of your background and story with that, because I know that there are several people right now who are struggling in their businesses, and they were once maybe top earners or top leaders, and they see their businesses declining, and they know that something has to change, but they're like, well, maybe you were, and I know I was
Yeah,
like, I'm going to make it work.
we'll
I
make it
can
work. Yeah.
rebuild this, and it has nothing to do with anything else. I can do this on my own, and I can make it work.
Yeah,
So with that, just give a little bit of background if you can about
sure.
what company you were with and what was happening in your business.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was, let's see. I've been in network marketing now for about oh gosh, it'll be 3 years this April. And I had originally joined Rodan and Fields. So I was with them for about 19 months.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I really loved it. It was sort of my first experience with network marketing. It was the first, I was always a really big skeptic, never thought I would do anything like this. And it's where I really learned all about this industry and all about passive income and just kind of getting over some of my fears about doing this. And it wasn't honestly, it wasn't something that I ever thought I would leave that particular company. I think for me, there was a really big emotional connection because
Mm-hmm.
I had kind of grown so much with that company and learned so much. And I had friends that were like family, and I had built this team. And it was a lot for me to think about leaving. But at the same time, I was struggling in my business. I had kind of moved up the ranks there really fast and hit a leadership rank. It's over there, it's called level 5. It's their kind of top 3%. But, for me, it was, I'll be totally honest, I wasn't maintaining that. I had hit it and it just I wasn't holding it. I wasn't keeping it. And I was spinning my wheels and trying to get my team to duplicate. And it just wasn't working for me. And so I really did try to do a lot of things with my team to get them moving, and I got help, and I consider myself a decent leader, but at the end of the day I really was starting to wonder, like, is this me? Did I am I just not cut out for this? And and so and I never talk badly about the company that I was with. So I like to focus more on kind of what drew me over to this company, because I think that there just were, at the end of the day, for me, when I realized that I was ready to go, when I realized that I didn't have the right vehicle, and that I might be able to do better somewhere else. Viseo kind of came across my news feed, and it was at just a really good time, or a bad time, I guess. where I needed that change. And so for me, it just kind of checked all the boxes and made a lot of sense. Not to say that it wasn't a hard move. No one likes to kind of start over. Most people don't really love change, but it was definitely the right decision.
So I always love hearing this story because you got involved with our company, and when Kimberly asked you to first come over, you were kind of like, well, okay, I'll get on a product and I'll get on board, but
Yeah.
I'm not working this business.
Mm-mm.
And so many people are like that.
Yeah.
And what did you see kind of happening? How long did you not work the business before you finally saw some, or you decided to make that
Yeah.
change?
Yeah, so I was on product. I was on sleep because Lord knows I was not sleeping, and that is the one thing that helps me still. So I was taking the product for about 6 months actually before I decided to do the business, and I was on the team page. Kind of watching, but I'll be honest, I really wasn't watching. Kim would kind of check in and be like, "How what'd you think of that training?" And I'm like, "Oh boy, didn't watch it. Like, don't even, like I'm never leaving." And that's what I really was not open to making a move. But what I started to see, and it was around the same time that I noticed, that I was bringing people into my. I mean, I was still bringing people into my other business even a month before I decided to make the move. I decided to make the move in December of 2017, and I mean, I recruited people. I think 3 people to my business in November of 2017, my other business, and so.
Hmm.
But what I was seeing is that the people that I was bringing in, like I said, they just weren't duplicating in my old business,
Hmm.
and I wasn't being paid what I knew I was worth and what I knew the amount of work that I was doing should reflect. And so, but what I saw was just such a different way of talking about network marketing was duplication. That was the one thing that really got me. Was I kept seeing, because I would get these notifications every time people were added to the team page or welcomed or whatever, and I thought, oh my gosh, there are like 30, 40 people being welcomed to this page every day some days, and it was crazy to me. And I was so intrigued by it. And then I started to kind of tune in a little bit to Rick and to the business school and the trainings, and it just blew me away how different it was. Just the financial education, the focus on the industry as a whole, because
Hmm.
that was one thing that was missing for me. Is we really didn't talk as much about the industry. I didn't know what kind of a comp plan I had. I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know what a binary comp plan was versus a unilevel. I mean, I didn't know any of that, and that's it was just interesting to me that I wasn't equipped in that way, and yet the people that were coming into Overcome Nation and to Viseo were so just well equipped and well spoken in those areas. I loved how professional it was. I was blown away by honestly, another thing that drew me in was the product, which is surprising because I'm not really like, for me, I think you can be part of any company
Hmm.
as long as they have disruptive products and they have good leadership and a comp plan and good systems and good support. You can do well with any company. Who cares what the product is, but I was so impressed with the products and what they were doing for people that I knew, wow, like if I pass this up, there must be something wrong with me. So like I really would question my judgment because it almost felt too good to be true. And I think that in some ways, that's why I said no to it so many times at first, is because I thought, this must be too good to be true. I had to see the proof. And then, of course, I kicked myself for not doing it sooner because, once I got in, I mean, it was such a game changer for me right away. And I just, yeah, I can't believe that I kind of missed out on those 6 months.
Well, it's funny because when you talk about how different it is, it's the same. It was the same with us over in Beachbody. You're kind of taught more to lead with the product. And
Yeah.
I see people in your former company now, they're splashing their products all over social media, and I think honestly, just like you have to have a major disruptive product,
Yeah.
but you have to learn how to brand yourself. But the piece that I was missing was the same that you were missing, which was that duplication and retention.
Right.
I could not get people. I had no problem getting people on board. So that was probably like you were too.
Right.
But it was that, retaining them.
Yeah.
And even if they were successful, retaining them.
Yep.
And, they just didn't have the same kind of ambition or the
Hmm.
drive that I had. And I
Right.
just thought it must be me.
Yeah.
I just must not be attracting the right kind of person. But it was a little bit of that, but it was also a bunch of other factors too, in terms of timing, in terms of changes in compensation and all of that.
Yeah.
But I really, like you, when I saw Rick talking about the financial education piece, and I saw the kinds of people who were interviewing with him and just the level of conversation, I thought, oh my gosh, this is something completely different. And this is the
Hmm.
way that I have been trying to approach small business owners. I have been trying to do this, and I have to learn this,
Yeah.
so that was my perception of it. So when you finally did get on board, you built a six-figure income within 6 months. So
Yeah.
in your previous company, what level were you? Were you
I was with level 5, so
you
that's
were
that's
level
sort of
five?
right. Yeah,
Okay.
yep. So that's like your initial kind of leadership rank over there, and yeah, I didn't always maintain it. I'm always really honest about that. And that was one of my issues, is I just couldn't, it just was very, very hard for me to maintain. But I can tell you, and so initially when I hit that rank over here and I built that income, I thought, all right, but like this isn't going to last forever. That's like I'm hitting it and then it's going to be downhill. It hasn't been,
Hmm.
it really has been. I really have maintained both my income and my rank and and continued to grow. And it's just incredible to me. I mean, I just for comparison, I had about 60 people on my entire team over there
Hmm.
in 19 months, and right now I have about 1,200. So it
Wow.
right,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's crazy, and many of those are not. It's not all just from the binary either. I mean, so many of those are people that I've brought in and their teams, and just a lot of duplication, and that's just that's the difference, is I think because of our business school and because of our systems and because of the nature. Someone actually asked me the other day, why is it, do you think, that you were able to build a team of 1,200 versus a team of 60? And I said, it's just a totally different opportunity. It's what we offer really is, I mean, in our when we're talking to people, we talk about this 5-star opportunity and sort of, what makes a legacy brand. And we really do have those things. We've got the timing, we've got the disruptive products, we've got the leadership, we've got the comp plan, we've got the cause. And those things, I mean, the comp plan alone, I should have jumped when I learned about the comp plan, because
So many people don't know their comp plan and
I
the difference
didn't.
between the
Yeah,
unilevel and the binary, and how they're
had
missing
no idea.
out so much with a
Yeah.
un. It's not that, you can be successful in a unilevel. It's just so much harder.
Yeah, well, and what I love is that we have, I'm not sure what it was like at Beachbody, but here at Viseo, we've got a little bit of both. Like you've got the features of a unilevel in check match where you get paid on those 7 generations, and you're incentivized to help people make money, and then you get a percentage of what they make, which is
Hmm.
brilliant, right? That's a brilliant form of mentoring and leadership, because I'm not making money unless my people are making money, so I better help them, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but then you also have the binary aspect of it, where you can earn on unlimited generations down, and that's something. I mean, we were capped at 6 generations, um, so I never had that before. It's really incredible for me to see how many generations. I mean, just I have more generations now than I would have been paid on before, and I can earn on all of those. So it's yeah,
Yeah. Well, and then so you've been working your business. You officially started to kind of work it in January. Is that when it
January.
was?
Yep, yep,
And now we're
exactly.
in November. So in 11 months, you've built a team of 1,200.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. And I
Yeah.
know, like, because, I talk to Matt Williams almost every day, and
Yep.
he uses you as an example all the time of,
Aw.
somebody who is similar to me, in that he said, you within the first couple months of your business,
Yep.
you were similar to me. Like you were anywhere ranging from, star 800, bronze,
Yeah.
maybe silver, whatever. And then it just took those one or two really good people to
Yep.
come into your business and then to explode. So
That's
that's
right.
what I really think. People, they don't wait it out until they learn the skill in
Hmm.
order to attract those people who are really going to make a difference in your business. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about our school, is that people want to stay to learn. And if you do engage, you won't get tired of presenting this opportunity, and you're not going to feel like you're, I don't know, like it's just a completely I can't even explain it. It's just
Yeah.
completely different, you know?
Yeah, no, it is. I
So
mean, just being plugged in really makes a big difference. And I think you understand, we learn to kind of understand what the trends of the industry. And so we know that there's going to be some ups and downs. We know that, after a big product launch, our business will explode and then it might go down a little bit. And so there's no surprise there. There's no, we're just taught so well on how this industry works. And I think the result is, going back to what you said before, we really do attract a very high caliber person. And so for me,
yes.
those one or two people that it took to kind of explode my business were former leaders. I mean, from your company, actually, we had a 10-star Diamond Beachbody coach come. I had someone actually much higher up than me in my former company come and join our team. And that really did take it to the next level. And of course, what I love is that you can't, you have to have this balanced business where you build both sides. And so if
Yes.
you can do that, you really can do very, very well. And it's just, and we all work together as a team.
Hmm.
And it's just, yeah, it really is incredible. And we do attract so many people from other network marketing companies, but also small business owners, chiropractors, physical therapists, lawyers. It really is. I never had that. I don't know about you in Beachbody, but I didn't have
I
that
did not have
caliber.
that either. And I tried, I am a doctor. I have a
Right,
PhD, and I was
right,
trying to
right.
get other professionals like myself on board,
Yeah,
physical therapists, chiropractors, all of that. And I just could not speak that language
that's
to
right.
get them to be on board. And you know what else it was too? I think with both of our companies, they were so well known that they
Hmm.
had probably been approached
A
a
million
million
times.
times,
Yep.
and I think that when you come to them with a disruptive product like that, like this that we have, and it we have 8 different ones right now that address so many different populations.
Yeah.
And when we tell them how well that we have been doing in the company in just
Hmm.
23 months,
Yeah.
I think that that is something that catches their attention, and they want to at least learn more about
Yeah.
what it is. And the
Yep.
fact that we can show them, like, I love how you like do the spreadsheets, and you're a very detail oriented person like I am.
Yeah.
And you do the spreadsheets and you show these organizations how they can either buy low and sell high, or they can be part, and make kind of globalize their small business,
That's
and
right.
really build it. So I love that we just have all of the answers and we can present this professionally, and it's just so different from every other company and every other team
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
So
Totally agree.
I guess my last question for you,
Hmm.
what do you say to the person? Okay, I know that you had a 10-star diamond come over from Beachbody. And, when someone is a leader like that in a company and they've made well into the 6 figures and they see their business declining,
Hmm.
what do you think is the best thing that they should do if they're considering coming over? Or maybe that if they do come over, what have you seen with people who have come from different organizations who were big leaders? It's a big risk if they're still
Yeah.
currently making an income,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's hard, and it really depends on the policies and procedures of the company. I mean, I know Beachbody, you can't,
You're
you
not
can't kind
allowed.
of, you can't do
Yeah.
both. I'm lucky that in the company, that I was with, people can do both, and in a way, I mean, there's a little bit of
Hmm.
gray area there that we can ride with. But yeah, I mean, I try to talk to people about. I mean, first of all, you have to spend a lot of time with the person, and we are so our company is so good with that. I mean, people that I've got, anyone who has come over from another company that's a big leader, they get to speak with our CEO and founder. They get to speak with our
Hmm.
president. They get to speak with our top leaders. We're now actually doing a program. Actually, I'm not sure if you heard about this. Could be news to everyone on Facebook, but Dallin is doing a program now or sort of an invite-only situation where we can once a month he's going to host influential leaders from that are interested in learning more about Viseo at his house, and so we fly him out and and they come and they can learn more. And so you have to take good care of your big people because it's a big deal. Someone leaving, I was not leaving a 6-figure income,
Yeah.
but I have hosted many people in this company that have, and you have to spend good time with them. And I think the other thing is that what I always kind of bring them back to is just, well, what have you done? Tell me what because I have respect for the fact that like they've worked their business really hard and they have attachments to it. So I always ask them, tell me a little bit about what you've been doing. Like, what do you do to try to, what have you done to try to fix the situation, and what's the outcome been? And if that kind of helps a lot of people realize that, like, they've tried a lot of things and the outcome has not changed. And so if that's the case, if you've tried a lot of things and the outcome hasn't changed, and there is a problem with either the compensation plan, the leadership, the products, the structures and systems in place, then I ask them to look at the future, and I ask them to consider, what this could look like for them in a year or in 2 years or in 6 months. And I show them what we have. I show them the team page. I show them the education that they get. I show them the compensation plan. And a lot of times that is enough, for someone to just look at really objectively and think, okay, this could be my new home. This could be somewhere that I could come and grow. And it might be hard in the beginning. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people that are like, well, I'm going to have to make some pretty big sacrifices to change my income. But if you're seeing your income go down,
Yes.
down every month after month. And I mean, I'm a spreadsheet person. So I remember I made a 12-month look back of my business, and I looked at my recruiting numbers. I looked at my team numbers month to month, and I looked at my income, and it was either flatlined or declining.
Yep.
And that was despite really hard work. And so I tell people to do that same thing. And if that's what they see too, then you have to, it's an objective decision in that way.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so, so much for doing this with me today, Melissa. And I really admire that, I'm not even in I wasn't a direct, sponsor or recruit of yours, but, that's just a testament that we all help each other out. And
we do.
The big leaders, they always come all the way down into the downline, and they help everybody. And that's what I love about this as well. So
me too.
if you're in my network and you have questions, and maybe you are a big leader in another company and you're looking for a new home, or you're at least exploring options, then this is a very good vehicle. And so many people who have been successful in other companies but have seen their businesses decline, or just people who have never done network marketing, have been extremely successful over here. So if you're in my network, contact me, or if you're in Melissa's network, contact her. And again, thank you so much for doing this, Melissa.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're amazing. I love watching you. I love hearing. It's really, though, like, I ask Matt about you all the time, and they just, they love you over there. And I know that you're doing great things. Are you going to New Jersey tonight to the event?
I'm not going tonight to the event, no, because
bummer.
I was here recruiting another physical therapist, actually.
Oh, nice. Awesome. All right. Well, I won't see you. I'm not going to tonight. I'm going tomorrow to Wayne.
Tomorrow. I have people coming tomorrow.
Oh, good. Nice. All right. All say hi to them.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Great. Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.